Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how we can define and leverage piecewise functions on Desmos. Now before we get started, a piecewise function it's a function that is made up of smaller functions, and the way we do that is, let's start with f of x, or even easier, just y, and then we use curly braces. And in here is where we put what functions we want in here and in which ranges we want them to occur. And so in the simplest case, we would start with the range, let's say from -4 to 0. So say -4 is less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 0. And if that's the case, we'll make it x squared. So you can see that at this parabola is only sitting in this condition here. But we can keep adding to this, and they don't necessarily need to be in order. We can go we can say a of x is between 5 and 6. Then we'll just make it y equals x. And this becomes a powerful tool when we need to, say, in a context of graphing art or just visualizing data, say I change this to f of x, and if we need to color between two regions, we can now say f of x is less than or equal to y, and y is limited to 0 in this case, the x-axis. You can see here that rather than making one inequality for each of the equations that we have in here, we can house them all in one piecewise function and call it inequality once. And where we can get leverage out of this is say, well, what if I want this exact same equation again starting at 10? Or not necessarily starting at 10, but we offset it by 10 units to the right. Then we say, well, now I want this to be moved 10 units over. And you can see that we didn't even need to redefine this equation, but rather reuse this equation. We changed the domain by 10 units, and we get the same shape. The reason I'm bringing this up is there's a tutorial that I'm working on, and there's a lot of copy and pasting involved, and a site that you may be able to benefit from something like this. The other piece that I want to mention is, if you have a default condition, say if both of these are false, you can always have a default function where if it's neither of these values, then it'll take on log x. Well, log x is to find everything greater than 0. So if you want something that's defined across all real numbers, you can just say use sine of x, and you can see how I can make some cool stuff out of this. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, do leave a like, and for your benefit, I will make this available in the description, so you can go check it out there, and you can go play around with it. I'm sure you can find piecewise functions in your pre-calculus textbooks, or just yank one or however many you want off the internet, and play with it here. If you have any questions on how to plot them on here, do let me know in the comments. If it's simple enough, I'll respond with what you can put in there, put in your equation to make it work. Again, hope you found this helpful, and hope to see you in the next video.